Like,
is there a section where I shit on Smash for 2 hours?
I wanted to bring up Smash, but
This baby game for babies.
you like Smash. Don't
I
act like you
like
don't
Smash. I like Smash as a party game.
Yeah.
I like Smash as a game where we don't think about. We can turn our brains off.
Yeah.
And turn items on and have fun. I hate competitive Smash. I think
Go ahead.
I hate competitive Smash. I think it breeds toxicity, and it's the one, like, you know how there's like the fighting game community, and like I feel like Smash is the fighting game community like detergent. It like a deterrent, I should say. It like pushes and makes all the other fighting games look like shit. Like I hate it because
But is it a community thing?
it's
or
a community thing.
Okay.
It's a specifically community. Why, in a game made for babies, are we like putting such strict rules on? Why can't I use items? Why can't I use certain characters? Why are stages? 80% of the stages are banned. All the
Well, now you
items-
can just make them all Final Destination, so that's
yes,
all right.
that's true. That is true. And like I do give props to Ultimate. Ultimate did something that I thought wasn't going to be possible, which was make the game finally like, you know, they don't, because Nintendo doesn't they don't really give a shit about their competitive aspect in every fighting game and everything they've ever done. Pokken got like, you know, they got a big prize pool, but that's it. After like a year, they dropped it. You know, Smash, they never financially support them, and like I think it's one of those things where it's like if your main developer doesn't support you and like they want you gone, there's got to be something there in the community that you have to realize. And it's not the game. The game is fine. I don't care that the game is like a bad game. I'm not saying that. It's a good game. It's the players. It's the community. It's the Smash community that I despise.
Right.
It's like it's a thing I experienced in college where
Here we go.
where hey man, we're having a party. There's 16 of us. We all want to play fighting games, right? We all want to play a big game. We want to play a Mario Party. We want to play Mario Kart.
Yeah.
That's another thing.
Party game.
Yeah, a party game. And like Mario Kart's another thing that I kind of give heat to. Like, why are we making Mario Kart competitive? Like,
I guess you can make anything competitive, but I didn't know that there was a competitive Mario Kart
yeah,
scene.
here. We have one here. And and for me, I'm like, why are we doing this? For me, it's like, it's I understand it and I get it. It's because it's like, it's a game for babies. And so everyone can get in, and everyone and their mom can play, and whatever. It's too random. For me, it's too random. It's like if...
But you're saying like with items off, like just fighting 1v1, it is too random?
No, in Mario Kart, yes.
Oh, okay.
In Mario Kart, it's too... The competitive aspect of it is too random.
Because you could turn items off of there, could you?
Even
if you could, why would you?
Even if you could, yeah. It like makes the game worse.
Yeah.
And the same issue with Super Smash Brothers, where it's like the game, you can play it 1v1, but it's slow. It takes forever to play games, and it's only 1v1 when you make it competitive. So in that party college scenario, this happened several times where my friends would come over, we would have a party after watching like a movie or something, and then there would be a point where like, let's play Smash. And then it would be fun. We had 8-player Smash, all items on. It was fun. Yay! 3 dudes run a set. 1v1, Final Destination, Fox only. And it
play to my specific strength.
I'm removing things from the fun. I'm making it less fun. And then the party came to a halt. And no one was playing. And like, this is the one thing where it's like, it sucks in like fighting games where it's like, it's a 1v1 thing. And like, I don't expect like people to play Street Fighter like 1v1, like a party setting. Smash is a party game. The developers wanted it to be a party game. And so in the community, it's like, why are we making it less community? We're like making it worse. And it's the one game where you can play a 12-year-old. And there's like no, to my knowledge.
What do you mean? There's the one game you can play 12.
Well, like
as a 12-year-old.
I understand you can play like a 12-year-old in like a bracket, in like a Street Fighter game.
Okay.
At Evo, you can probably play like an 8-year-old kid at Evo. The issue I have is that it's like Yu-Gi-Oh. It's like Yu-Gi-Oh and Pokemon, right?
We're going so deep into your psyche right now. Let's go. We're going deeper.
It's like in Yu-Gi-Oh! And Pokemon, right? In Pokemon, there's a junior league, and then there's the Masters League, right? There's the adult league, and then there's the there's like the baby league, right? This is where the babies play, like from, before 14 or something. And that's where they play, right?
Okay.
And then there's the people that have a full-form brain, and their game, and in the Masters adult section, right?
Right.
And that's how they play, right? Because they're like, we have to separate them because Nintendo cares about Pokemon like that. That's the one, and it runs fine. Pokemon, there's no issues with the Pokemon competitive, like in the TCG or the games. I have no issues there. But why in the Smash Brothers scene there's no structure. There's no structure. So why is a 13-year-old allowed to be around 26-year-olds? Like,
okay.
In a setting?
Okay. Now we're gonna go even deeper because now we're gonna talk about.
I'm going into the diddlers.
Yeah, we're gonna get into the weird people.
Are there so many pedophiles in the Smash community? I understand that it's a game that like it's for everybody, right? And so it creates this thing where there's adults that take advantage of kids. Because kids are allowed to play this game. It's rated E for like E10.
How is there not some type of restriction? Like just even at the tournaments themselves, why wouldn't they restrict?
I don't understand it. I that's another thing because Nintendo doesn't care. Nintendo doesn't.
But like I'm just saying, like just from a moral standpoint, from like whoever's hosting it.
That's something that I don't know because I'm not in the Smash community.
Yeah,
like I'm not in the community to like keep an eye on them. Like I think there should be restrictions. I think there should be like an 18+. You know,
that's what I'm saying. Yeah, if for a kid-friendly game like that, you would think that would just come naturally.
Because why does it happen so often that in the Smash community, it's not like a once in a blue moon? Like we find out there's a diddler like every couple months. Like just at Evo, while Evo was going on, they finally kicked Smash out of Evo. Right? They kicked it out like I want to say 2 years ago because there's some issues with it.
Right.
It takes too long. The game like. You have to play it on a CRT. If you play
Melee, right? Yeah.
If you play Melee, you have to play it on a CRT because of lag.
Yeah.
And you have to play on weird, busted up controls.
Like, just let it die.
And so let it die. And so there's way too many factors into keeping this game community alive. And they had the issue of having the same 5-6 dudes like in top 8, and it never changing. So
is Mango still there?
Yeah, Mango's still there. Hungry Box is still there. Leffen left, and Leffen went to Guilty Gear, and he won Evo. And all of us, I feel, in the crowd, gave this man the most silent reaction when he won because we.
But it was just boring too. Like it was the happy.
Yeah, and he played Happy Chaos, and it's like one of those things where it's like I don't think it's like a Melee player, Smash player thing of like, oh, Smash players want to play boring. You know, it's not one of those. It's just that like
either way, he won.
He won, and like it was a boring ass grand finals, and he won. So whatever. I guess the Smash community is like, yes, we did it. We beat the fighting game players, and it's like you beat him with one of the most broken characters in the game.
Congratulate your community got a dub for once.
Yeah, you got one. You did. Even in that weekend, there was a pedo someone came out as a diddler.
That's what you were talking about.
Someone came out as a diddler in the community, and it's like it was a kid that got diddled. Like it was.
Well, that's a whole other thing. Like that's just something that I'm not saying that's just something that happens. We got to deal with it, but that is a trend.
I think it's ridiculous that it's not something that's like, oh, did you hear about this? It's like again. I don't know how you fix that. That's something I don't know how to fix because it's not like
it does suck because it seems like the only way to fix it is just stop hosting it everywhere. Yeah, but it sucks for the people that are just
because there are people that do want to play competitive Smash, and there's people that do want to like actually have a good thing. It's just I don't understand why the community specifically is filled with such like toxic people, such like manipulative people. I don't see it anywhere else.
Well, it seems like whoever's in charge. I don't know who you point to, but whoever it starts at the top all the time. Yeah. So someone allows that to happen.
Yeah, because I know at Evo it was because the guy that was hosting Evo was like one of those pieces of shit.
Jesus.
Yeah, and so he allowed Melee into the game, and then like Melee would run over other games times, and it like would take over their slots because the games were so slow because people were like stalling out with like certain characters, and so like it affects the rest of the community, the rest of the fighting game community. And there's like a whole thing of like let's Smash into the fighting game community,
and we tried that.
Yeah, we tried.
It didn't work.
You guys are stinky. And like
say stinky?
Yeah, you didn't know like.
Well, isn't everybody stinky?
Well, yeah, but there was like 1 year where like Melee was there for like a ridiculous amount of time.
Was that when they brought it back for the first time? Like
it was
2-3 years ago.
It was something like that, and then like. They had to air out the venue because it smelled so bad. And it's like, well, what happened? Like one of those things.
What's different this year?
And I'm not trying to like pit, the Smash community because there's like the fighting community and the Smash community. And
you just called them all stinky.
I did. They're all stinky. And it's not, I want them to be better. Like, fix your issues and then
Get some deodorant. Shower.
deodorant. It's like $1. Stop letting diddlers into the community.
Yeah.
Stop,
serious issues.
because you understand they're there. Why are you still doing it? Like, I had an acquaintance, right? He was one of the friends that I had in college that he was one of the ones that would be like competitive Smash right now, 1v1. He was one of the guys.
Yeah.
And, you know, he played competitive Smash and like he did the whole thing. And then like it was in between the pandemic where one of the commentators was accused of sexual assault, right? And he was friends with him. And like, I'm like, okay, they're friends and they're buddies. And this happened to like 2 other guys. And during that like pandemic, a lot of people got exposed for sexual assault.
That was the 1 year, right? Where
that was the 1 year.
It was like a big ol'...
Yeah, and it was like majority Smash community. It was like a ridiculous amount of Smash players just coming out as sexual assaulters. And like, I remember I still follow him on Instagram. And like, I still follow him. He's still hanging out with him.
Yeah.
And he's still hanging out with the other guy that was also accused of sexual assault. And they weren't at Evo. They were like somewhere else. And it's like one of those things where it's like, we know. And it's like, why? Why is this still allowed? Like, I'm sure if Evo was allowed at like if Smash was allowed at Evo, they would be there. And it's like,
well, who knows? Because now Sony bought Evo.
That's right. And I'm appreciative of that. I appreciate that because,
and they bought it after all that drama too. Like they just bought it, so maybe they're gonna lock some shit down.
And I'm glad because Pokimane is like one of the front runners of that, and she's like super against it. And so like I don't think I'd heard anything. Like I didn't hear anything this year because there's always like a couple days passed by. This year was COVID. Like a bunch of people got COVID from Evo. But like years before, it was like, oh, did you guys hear about this sexual assault that happened at Mandalay, like over here? And like it's like, oh yeah, we know. And it's like it sucks. That's one of the things. I don't think I hear it. There was a lot of like people like getting touchy feely, but there was no like, as far as I know, there was no accusations this year. And so it's like the 1 year where it's like, okay, it looks like it's getting kind of taken care of. I think the issue is it's a bunch of like young adults drinking in like Vegas that causes that. And so that's an issue in and of itself. So when we add a bunch of 14, 15-year-olds that
like to hang out with
them, that's where it gets weird. And that's why like I'm glad the Smash community got kicked out of Evo.
So to put a nice little bow on your little rant here, what do you think they should do going forward with Smash? Just kick them out?
I think they need to figure out why they attract so many bad people. I think it needs to be talked about and understood that it's like the correlation between toxic and like manipulative people in the Smash community is kind of weird.
Yeah.
Like, and I don't think kids should be allowed around Evo.
Are you sure that kids could even enter Evo under 18? Under 18?
Yeah.
Really?
You can.
Maybe that'll change. Maybe that's how you do it.
Maybe. I know there was like this past Evo, some kids were in there, but like maybe make a bracket. I think one of the easiest fixes is to have a kids league and an adult league. I know that adds time. I know that.
I feel like you're going to attract more kids that way.
That's true. That is true.
But yeah, like it's
burn it to the ground.
Who needs to Smash anyway? Sakurai's done.
Yeah, he's done. And then like they were like, oh,
he actually said that, you know, he might not be done.
I know, and that's the thing that pisses me off. Is because like I remember during the Smash releases that everyone's like, yes, we got Minecraft Steve in the game, and I'm like, God.
Like no, there's more kids.
That's the thing that
all right.
oh god, they got Kingdom Hearts too.